This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning. In the morning.
Don't shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up. That crust out your eyes.
All right, 51 minutes into the hour, man. We have the sports guru himself, Steve Cohen, the Sirius XM Vice President of Sports Programming. Cohen, also, Steve developed and launched Sirius NFL Radio, the first ever 24 hours in a day, 7 days a week radio channel dedicated to all things NFL. He's also been instrumental in the introduction of Sirius College Sports Radio, amongst other things. This guy is a legend.
Yes.
Steve Cohen is here, ladies and gentlemen. Last year on these very airwaves, he made a prediction about the Super Bowl that came true. What was it that you said early in the season, before the season even kicked off?
I had Denver and Seattle going to the Super Bowl last year, Sway.
Yeah, and that's exactly who went to the Super Bowl.
Can't believe it.
Yeah, and who did you predict would win?
On that show that day,
Yeah.
I took Denver.
Yeah.
But I did come back on your Super Bowl show, Radio Row.
Yeah.
And I took Seattle.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Because,
Doesn't count.
Nah,
Because early in the season.
Yeah.
So the good thing is I'm going to make a prediction today of who's going to the Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
You're going to have to really pull it out of me if you want to know who's going to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, great.
Because I don't know. No.
Look, I don't even want to put it in you, let alone pull it out of you. All right, all right, so we'll come to that prediction momentarily. You know, the opening game for the Raiders is happening next weekend, and the good folks over there, the tradition of excellence-driven Raiders, Oakland Raiders, my hometown, have invited me to lead the Raider Yell to kick off the season, Steve, man.
That's an honor.
That's a proud, man.
You should be. I got to tell you, thankfully you and I are old enough to remember the glory days.
Absolutely.
We saw championships.
Absolutely.
We saw Marcus Allen turning it around against the Redskins and taking it to the house.
Yo, guess what? They asked me what jersey, what number I want to wear.
32.
Nah, I didn't go 32.
What'd you go with?
37.
Oh, Lester Hayes.
Lester
God
Hayes.
love you.
Oh,
God love you.
I'm gonna
how
take
great
my
is that?
I'm gonna take my stickum and everything. See, when
Yeah.
Lester Hayes was playing, I was playing Little League Pop Warner football, and I was playing, defensive back. Had to be, as you know, I was one of the MVPs in my league, and Oakland Dynamites.
Nice.
Had it not been for hip hop, who's to say I would have played for the Raiders? And so I used to, mimic Lester Hayes.
Yeah, Lester Hayes and Mike Haynes.
Okay,
we
so-
had it locked up right there.
Didn't we? Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions, and Heather, you, of course, chime in, even though you're not a Raiders fan. Heather every day is reporting some criminal act committed by an NFL player. Some rule or law that's been broken, some suspension, something, excommunication. What's going on with these players? What's going on? I mean, is this something that's always gone on and now it's just coming to light?
Nah, listen, it's just your reflection of society. The same crimes that are being made every day by everyday people. You look at the NFL, you've got 53-man roster plus, 10-man practice squad. That's 63 times 32. People are going to break the law and make mistakes. Now, these people are stupid, okay?
Yeah.
Because now you're in the public eye. It's a different standard. Grow up. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we understand kids coming out of college making these mistakes, but whether it's Ray Rice, beating on his fiance, now his wife, or Wes Welker. Look what just happened with Wes Welker.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so the Wes Welker thing is interesting because one guy wrote he took Molly, tested positive. Another story came out last night. He didn't test positive for Molly. He tested positive for Adderall. Hey, man. Here's the thing. Adderall is legal in the NFL if you have a prescription.
Yeah.
Go to your doctor. Your ADD, fine. Go to the doctor, get your prescription, take your Adderall.
Yeah.
But if you test positive for Adderall and you're a guy making $6 million a year, you're stupid if you don't have a prescription.
Yeah. You could have just took it at home.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm
Sway.
well,
there you go.
I'm just
No, but
saying.
now the other thing Welker said yesterday, which again, shows that he's part moron, is that he said somebody dropped it in his drink at the really, Wes. Somebody dropped. How old are you? We were just talking. Maybe he needs somebody spying on him.
That's
what happens to a 16-year-old.
M-Spy.
Yeah.
His parents should have M-Spy. All right.
I wanted to touch on Wes Welker as well because it doesn't seem like Peyton Manning seemed that surprised by the whole thing. And it made me think back a little bit to the Patriots. Do you think something was going on there? I was very shocked when the Patriots released Wes Welker. Do you think something may have started in that organization?
They tried to re-sign him, but the Broncos came in, paid him an extra $1 million over 2 years. But he could have made the same money and more had he stayed with the Patriots because of bonus incentives he could have earned.
You don't think it was Molly back then?
No, I don't. Tom Brady loves him. In fact, they were at the Kentucky Derby together this past year.
When he took the drugs? No, I'm just
Allegedly.
Maybe
Allegedly.
Tom got that pinpoint accuracy. He might have dropped it right in there.
from 25 yards out.
He might have dropped it in there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Steve Cohen is here. Steve is the president of sports programming here at Sirius XM. Before we let you go, you have to make a prediction. Who's going to be in the Super Bowl 2015 NFL?
Seattle's going back, and this year they're going to face the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you some dark horses to look out for this year, too. All right. I think New Orleans is going to be very good. I think Atlanta is going to be very good. Watch out for San Diego in the AFC. And I think the Bears have a shot. I just don't trust Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
I look at that guy. I don't trust him.
Every year you never mention the Raiders. And
Listen,
you're a Raiders fan.
Here's what I'm going to tell you about the Raiders. All right. I drafted Maurice Jones-Drew on my fantasy team last night.
Yeah.
And he's on Fantasy Sports Radio here on Sirius XM.
Yeah, that's Mo. That's Mo homie.
And I just think it's going to be another rebuilding year for us as Raider fans. But
Right,
I will
Steve,
watch every
Don't you have
game.
something to do?
Yeah.
All right, Steve. Thank you, man.
All
All right, man. We're going to play this back next year, too, by the way.
It's Sway in the morning, only on Shade 45.